The repercussions will be forever, and my real fear is that it doesn't stop with just the MPRP.
The Maryland Environmental Trust is fighting for protected land as nearly 100 residents face a federal lawsuit to grant a New Jersey utility company temporary access to private property.
Gary Collins with Spotlight on Maryland has been demanding answers on how the power of state government could come into question in federal court.
A conservation expert says that not only the state, but maybe even the nation, could be facing a landmark decision that could change land use forever. Renee Hamidi, the executive director of the Valley's Planning Council in Baltimore County, says protecting and preserving Maryland land is in her nonprofit's DNA.
Valley's Planning Council started more than 60 years ago in response to 83 in the Beltway.
Hamidi says the Planning Council first became involved in the fight to stop the 70-mile Maryland-Piedmont Reliability Project, or MPRP, soon after news broke about the development by PSEG in June.
When you get big contiguous blocks that are preserved, that gives us the biggest bang for the preservation buck. So when you look at a map and you see, oh, hey, look, I got 70 miles of green space and there's nothing in it, maybe that's where I should put my power line.
Approximately 25% of the Maryland-Piedmont project is expected to cut through state land that is either preserved or protected by the Maryland Environmental Trust, according to its developer's application. This includes more than 100 wetlands or streams. Much of the MPRP's final proposed power line construction falls outside the Planning Council service area, but Hamidi says she's still gravely concerned about a federal lawsuit filed against owners of property protected by the Maryland Environmental Trust. Why would somebody put land in a preservation or a trust?
People conserve land for all different reasons. Many landowners that I've spoken to will tell you they love their land. They're attached to their land and they want to see it continue to be used the way it's always been used.
You know, they really got the people wound up because they're talking about livelihood here.
Just this week, Spotlight on Maryland went to Keith Inzer's farm directly at the MPRP's projected path in Parkton. He echoed Hamidi's land use worries.
We got into the agricultural preservation program in the state of Maryland back in the 80s. My brother and I, we've had offers of golf courses coming through here, all kind of businesses, solar farms. We stood up and we fought those kind of things because we believe in farming. This is how food gets on the table here. People think they walk in a grocery store, oh, it's just magically there. It's raised on these farms.
Meanwhile, Hamidi says PSEG's active federal lawsuit results could be historic to Maryland's property owners that donated easements to the state's environmental trust.
And one of the reasons they do that to a state organization as opposed to a little local land trust is because they know they have the full force of Maryland and its legal team behind them to help protect that land, to help protect that easement.
Do you foresee this being a situation that could not just have Maryland impact, but impact on environmental trusts across the country?
Oh, clearly, on land preservation across the country. It will set a precedent, which is very scary, and again may spell the death knell for land preservation.
Our team confirmed with Maryland Attorney General Anthony Brown that his team is a legal representative for the Maryland Environmental Trust. His office today denied our request for an interview, as well as refused to answer any of our questions on whether he will become legally involved in upholding the trust commitments. I'm Gary Collins with Spotlight on Maryland.
Spotlight on Maryland did reach out to PSEG for comment on this story, but the power company declined to respond, citing active litigation.